In this section, we go over the Overlays library, which is the second icon down on the right-hand side. In the Overlay library, we have three options. We have your video, audio, and stills overlays. I'm going to go ahead and start on the video side. In the video overlay library, we have some snow and rain options. You can click on play to preview it to see what it would look like on top of your image. We've got different flurries options. We've got some heavier snow, some really heavy snow. We've got some light rain, medium rain, heavy rain. Now let's say I wanted to add this snow flurries effect to my Plotagraph. However, you'll notice in the preview window that you don't see your animation playing in the background. In order to see both combined, I'm going to hit add. Now this adds it to my Plotagraph. I'm going to exit out of the overlays library, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit my preview. Now you can see the video overlay on top of your Plotagraph while it's playing. This overlay will stay attached to your Plotagraph until you hit the remove button. Now let's go over to audio overlays. In the audio overlays library, we have a couple of options. You can upload a custom MP3 file from your computer, or you can select from our big library of sounds here. I'm going to go ahead and preview Gentle Breeze, see what this sounds like. Now that sounds pretty good for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and hit add. And in order to see it with your animation playing, you'll need to hit your preview. You'll notice we also have this option to sync audio to video loop. I'm going to switch that on, and I'll hit preview. The sync audio to video loop option will reset your audio file at the end of each loop. So for example, we have our preview bar down here, so every time it reaches the end, it'll reset the audio. The current duration of my animation is 3 seconds, so that means that every 3 seconds, it will reset the audio. The sync audio to video loop option is not one that I would use with this sound effect because you can hear it skipping back to the beginning every time. So I'm going to go back up to my overlays library. I'm going to toggle that off. Since we have a lot of overlays in the audio overlays library, I'm just going to go down to the search bar and search gentle for my Gentle Breeze overlay. Now you can see that that's still on. I'm going to leave that on. And then I'm going to go to video overlays and I'm just going to add the snow flurries back. You'll notice that the duration of the overlays are all 6 seconds. Same with the audio overlays, they're all at 6 seconds long. We did this on purpose so that way it's really easy to achieve a perfect loop with your video and audio overlays on. Some settings you'll want to check to make sure you get a perfect loop is to go over to your animation properties first. Here I have my animation set at 3 seconds long. This goes into 6 evenly, as well as 2 seconds and 1.5 seconds. Let's say I set my animation at 2 seconds long. In order to export this and make my overlays loop perfectly, I'll have to go down to my export button on the bottom right. I'll do a custom export. And here in the animation loop duration, it's only at 2 seconds, so I'm going to bump it up 2 more loops and make it go to 6. This way my audio overlay and video overlay will loop perfectly without any skipping. If I set it at 4 seconds, you would hear skipping and you would see skipping on the overlays. So I'm going to set it to 6 and hit export. Our last option in the overlays library is the stills overlays. Here you can add any PNG logos, JPEG logos that you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and browse. I'm going to go ahead and add the Plotagraph icon. Hit open. Now this image is added to my stills overlay library. I'm going to go ahead and hit add. And it pops up pretty big there, so you can grab the bars here, squish it down. The images will maintain their proportions unless you hold the shift key and drag it. Undo. Now I'm going to move my icon in the bottom left here and shrink it down quite a bit. Now I have my image with my snow overlay, my wind sound overlay, and my still overlay right here. To remove the overlay from your image, go ahead and hit the remove button. And then to remove the overlay from your library, you can hit this trash can and hit delete. And that's it for the overlays library.